I'm speaking here my own personal opinions about my friend Kathleen Falk, who I've known for many, many years. Some of you know me and some of you don't. I worked in Wisconsin politics for a long time. I worked in the Wisconsin Senate for a lot of years. I worked in the U.S. Senate for Russ Feingold for a lot of years. And I have been kicking around politics for a long time. And I just have a few things to say about this race. First of all, experience matters. And also, executive experience matters. Taking over this governorship in this kind of economy with a split legislature is a really tough task. And I mean, I would never do it. I mean, it's a sort of frightening thing. And so I really admire that Kathleen threw her hat into the ring right away. And she's balanced 14 budgets and all that stuff that you know about her. But there's some things you might not know about her. I was having lunch with her, many years ago, and she sort of kept checking her cell phone. And I was sort of like, what's up, sister? What's going on? I was a little miffed. And she said, I'm waiting for a call from an employer. And I said, are you switching jobs? Or was something going on with you? Or what's going on? And she said, no, this guy came into the county services and he really needs a job, and I think I have the perfect match for him. And she was literally trying to match people who were in need of county services with jobs by calling personally, and I had never seen anybody do that. And that really impressed me. That's the kind of governor Wisconsin needs, I think. Being a woman matters a lot in this race. I've heard a lot about research that women are very worried about these budget cuts, and they're worried about the health care cuts, and they're very worried about the John Doe investigation, those that know about it. There's not a lot of people that know about it. It really moves the center in a way that's really quite amazing. So this is a hopeful race. I think a lot of people are very nervous about what's going on, but it's a very hopeful race because Scott Walker is helping himself out a lot with some of these issues and some of these investigations. Now, I've heard the rap on Kathleen, as we all have. I hear almost every day that someone from Dane County can't win statewide. Well, I say, don't tell that to Gaylord Nelson. Don't tell that to Pat Lucy. Don't tell that to Jim Doyle. Don't tell it to Bill Proxmire. Certainly don't tell it to Russ Feingold. And last but not least, please don't tell it to Tammy Baldwin, who will be the next senator from Wisconsin for the U.S. Senate. One more thing I want to say is that 10 weeks is really not a lot of time. It is a sprint. And that's why I was really proud of my friend, Kathleen Falk, for throwing her hat in the race right on the first day. There was no dithering. There was a lot of decisiveness. She's passionate about taking back this state. She filed the first lawsuit against AB 10, against the collective bargaining law, right after the bat. She knew it was a violation of the open records law, and she brought that case to court. That's the kind of decisiveness and toughness that Wisconsin needs. But let's talk about a few of those issues that matter most to the people in the room. We all know that Scott Walker knows about as much about ethics and good government as Rick Santorum knows about contraceptives and women's rights. It's time to take Wisconsin in a new direction. I think Kathleen has always been an open, honest, and very accessible person in county government. I could walk into her office without notice. Lots of other people did too. She's going to continue that tradition in her new office. She issued the first she was the first candidate to issue a long list about how she wants to reform government with all sorts of new plans for openness and transparency. She's going to prioritize redistricting reform. No more secret meetings at law firms. And she's going to absolutely remove the 36 political patronage jobs that Walker put into office. She's going to make her schedules public. Who knew that would be controversial? But that's not something that happens under Governor Walker. She's going to post on the internet in a searchable database how tax dollars are being spent. That's not something that's happening now either. She's going to restore the 2 campaign public financing funds for Supreme Court and the Legislature. Make sure we have a robust campaign finance system. She's going to honor the open meetings laws and open records laws, as she always has. There's never been a tussle with her about these types of issues. And she's going to protect our constitutional rights to vote. None of those ALEC voter ID bills or any other voter restriction. These are all not only the right positions, they're the winning positions. And with your help, she can run a people-powered grassroots campaign that will set the stage for a whole new beginning here in Wisconsin. And thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.